I want to thank Dr. McPhee and Chris Massaro. This honor is so special because they continue to keep this university thriving and this athletic department producing remarkable athletes year after year. Thank you to Chip Walters. Your passion for MTSU sports is appreciated. And Tony Stennett, you are always a champion for MTSU alumni. I appreciate you. To my fellow inductees, congratulations and thank you, because this honor means so much more to be recognized beside such an amazing group of athletes. When I was a boy, I watched the Atlanta Braves play on TV, and I dreamed of one day playing Major League Baseball just like Dale Murphy. I had an active imagination, so I dreamed of playing in the NFL, the NBA, joining the U.S. Olympic team, in a variety of events. But as I grew, or more accurately didn't grow, baseball became the best fit for my small stature and my delayed adolescence. And the game's cerebral nature piqued my creative mind. My odds of attaining those major league dreams went from 1 in a million as a wide-eyed 12-year-old to about 1 in 100 after I came to MTSU to play for Coach Steve Peterson, and then to about 1 in 20 when I was drafted by the San Diego Padres in '97. Sadly, I ended my playing career 6 years later, having failed to play in a major league game. Objectively, one can't in good conscience call my baseball career a failure, but over the years, as I shared with others the crazy, exciting, scintillating experiences that were my baseball journey, there was that shadow in my gut of just not quite making it. The shadow made all the stories I shared sour a little bit on the tongue. But in July, I received the news that I'd been inducted to the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider Hall of Fame. And that news was like a light that shone through me and melted away any of those shadows. My induction highlights my improbable path to MTSU and validates the hard work and success of the championship teams I was fortunate enough to be a part of. This honor is extra special because I get to share it with the love of my life, my wife, Erin. She is an amazing athlete that understands all too well the hard work required to succeed on the field and to win championships, and the sometimes finicky nature of recognition. I'm so pleased to have her here. My two boys, Canton and Cooper, I just hope that they find a pursuit that energizes and excites them in the same way baseball has energized and excited me over the years. People probably wonder how I came to be standing here today. How did an undersized kid in Indiana with below average power, strength, and speed garner an offer to play for a renowned Southern baseball program? How, after 4 years playing for MTSU and never really setting the stat sheet on fire, was I considered and now honored to stand on the same stage as fellow inductee Bryce Brentz, the undisputed Babe Ruth of MTSU baseball? The answer to the first question begins with my brother, Chad. He was 3 years older than me. My earliest childhood memories were trailing behind him out into the neighborhood or to his many sports teams' practices. My brother always let me join the older kids in their games, and he never complained when my sports took away attention from his pursuits. The practice in squaring off against bigger and stronger opponents would be key to my success later on. David Pecha was my childhood friend and neighbor. He and I spent hours, most days, over the course of years, playing catch, shooting hoops, and all things sports. There's no doubt this is where my skills were honed. My parents, Jack and Lana Snellgrove, are amazing people. They taught me hard work and discipline more by example than anything else. They encouraged me to dream big and made it crystal clear that I had their support with whatever became the focus of my energy. I played my freshman year of high school ball standing only 5 foot and weighing 105 pounds. Despite my efforts to aid nature along, I played my senior season at only a lanky 140 pounds. Using my competitiveness and creativity, I found ways, despite my lack of strength, to be as effective as any player on the field. And though I earned the respect of my coaches and teammates, I was unable to garner any interest from college coaches, much less coaches from a program like MTSU that had produced 2 shortstops before me that would both end up playing in the major leagues. At that point in my life, the chances of me ever standing right here on this stage were 0. But that all changed when Steve Zitney moved to my hometown of Lafayette, Indiana. Steve had played at MTSU and knew Coach Pete. I played alongside Steve's son, and at one point he asked me where I would play college baseball. After hearing I had few prospects, Steve called Coach Pete, telling him, quote, "Clay would be easy to miss if you only watched 1 or 2 of his games. It's after seeing him play 50 games that you realize he's the best player on the field," unquote. I'm forever grateful for Steve Zitney's phone call and strong recommendation that made my career at MTSU possible. He has become a good friend and continues to take an interest in my life and support me today. It's with a heavy heart that I remember Coach Steve Peterson and my 4 years playing for him here at MTSU. He would have liked to be here today, and he's dearly missed. Coach Pete expected my best effort, and I gave it to him. Both he and Coach Jim McGuire gave me the cues and the instruction to keep me sharp and always improving. And together we focused on winning championships, taking 3 in a row at the end of my time here. And that brings me to how I ended up on this stage today, being inducted into this Hall of Fame. Each year I shared the lineup with monster hitters. Freshman year it was Mudcat Brewer, Jamie Hicks, and Chris Price. Sophomore year, Jamie Walker was our most feared hitter. Junior year, Doug Barner hit a bunch of home runs, always when we needed them. In my senior season, Andrew Thompson rarely made an out. During my 4 years as MTSU starting shortstop, I shared the middle infield with several highly skilled second basemen. Jamie Walker, Scott Harrelson, Shane Shoemake, and John Case. All of these guys helped bring out my best defensive efforts. It's hard to stand out playing with such talented guys, but I ultimately left my footprint on this program in my own unique way. Throughout my 4 years at MTSU, I overcame my lack of size, strength, and power to help the team win. Through consistent focus, constant energy, I was able to collect a record number of hits, but my most impressive accomplishments are not those listed on the back of a baseball card. Being in the right position to defend familiar hitters, making routine plays in the biggest moments, highlight reel plays any moment, moving runners, laying down bunts against the best pitchers, never making mental mistakes, wanting the ball on my glove, wanting the bat in my hand when the game was on the line, and executing, finding and fitting into the team unit as effectively as possible to ensure we came out on top. These are the reasons I'm here today. I will forever be grateful to MTSU, Coach Pete, Coach McGuire, and all my teammates for giving me an amazing 4 years at MTSU. this enormous honor of being inducted into the Blue Raider Hall of Fame is one that I hope shines a light on the championship teams for which I played and all of my talented teammates that made me better. Baseball is a special sport. I will eagerly buy tickets and tune in to watch for the next Babe Ruth, for the next Bryce Brents. I will marvel at their work ethic, their discipline, their talent, and of course the monster home runs and the 95-mile-per-hour fastballs. But I also hope those late bloomers and undersized athletes coming up now and in the future might look at my career and this induction and understand there is a path for any player to be great. Thank you very much. Yeah.